bacakan kali yang ketiga dan diluruskan sekarang. Ada yang bersetuju kata bersetuju, yang tidak bersetuju kata tidak, lebih suara yang bersetuju. Rang undang-undang ini dibacakan kali yang ketiga sekarang.
Hi Bryan, here's our first question for you. Why did you initiated this effort in helping out the HR practitioners and SME business owners out there in regards to the EIS Act 2017?
Now, for this one, initially I do not post anything about EIS during 2017. The reason being is because to me EIS is very simple. Okay, as long as you have a payroll software, we handle everything. But the problem is when we go into January 2018, many people still post questions in my Facebook. Okay, some very basic questions such as how to register, what is the rate, and so on. So that's why I think it's time for me to write something regarding EIS. So that's why the first post is actually how to register yourself as a EIS registrant.
Here's the second question for you, Bryan. What are the implications if a HR personnel or a business owner do not want to register for an EIS account?
Now, a very good question actually. Until today, there's still people asking, okay, how to register and so on. So initially, you need to fill up few forms. SIP 1A, 2A for existing SOCSO account holder. For new company that have not have your SOCSO account, you need to fill up SIP 1 and 2. And there is another form called Assist Portal Registration Form. So this is all the form that you need to fill up. And a lot of people is having problems to fill up this form, such as inside the form there's some field that they do not understand, such as code majikan. What is code majikan? Or industrial code, or nombor majikan. They have all these stuff. So that's why I have posted articles regarding step-by-step guide and how to fill up all this field. And I have also converted into a Chinese version because there's no guide or anything related to EIS in Chinese versions. So that is my first Facebook post regarding registration or on EIS topic. And there is a major changes is after 1st of February 2018 because there are too many people have not registered for EIS. So that's why Perkeso have made an announcement on 1st of February. Anyone who is holding SOCSO account or any company is having SOCSO account, you are deemed to register as EIS registrant. So you do not need to register for EIS. But do remember, you do not need to register for EIS, but you still need to register for Assist Portal. So you still need to fill out one form and send to Perkeso.
Here's the third question for you, Bryan. Do you think that the EIS contributions hinder companies from registering their respective EIS accounts?
Now, initially, of course, if you do not register before 31st of January, there is a penalty of 10,000 ringgit. So that's why in January, many people is rushing to do the registrations, okay? You know, last minute Malaysian style. But after 1st of February, seems like the people is not so worried already because no need to register, deemed to register. But to me, okay, registration is not a big deal. It's very simple. The thing is, every month you need to do contribution to EIS employees and employers. The amount is not big actually, okay? So compared to SOCSO, it's even lower. But I would say that to many people, they are reluctant to do that, especially employer, because you know there is employment insurance. So as an employer, I will not be retrenched by myself, right? Or some working employees will have never think that they will be retrenched. So if they have a mindset thinking that if I will not be retrenched, so why I need to pay? Okay, it's not like EPF. EPF is a saving. SOCSO is a protection. EIS is kind of protection for your job. So that's why people are reluctant. But anyway, there is the rules, there's the act, and this is our obligations to do all these things. So you need to follow the rules.
Our fourth question for you, Bryan. What should you look out for when one opens the SOCSO's Assist portal for the first time after login?
Okay, when you first time log into Assist portal, what you need to do is you need to change your email password and things like that. But the most important things, if you're a first time user for Assist portal, please remember, go and check your employee listing and all the employee details. Because why? All this information is actually plugged from Perkeso, from your SOCSO information database. And you might find that some of your ex-colleagues, okay, ex-employees who have resigned for 3 years, 5 years, is still inside the list. So that's why you need to do some updating. And also some of the employees, they already joined your company for 1 year, but they're still not inside the list. So you need to manually and go and add this employee information. So check out the employee information, check out the listing, and update it accordingly.
Bryan, here's the fifth question. Is the iPerkeso still applicable as of today?
Initially, the plan is Assist Portal may replace iPerkeso. But because of a lot of technical issue related to Assist Portal, so iPerkeso is still here. So for anyone who have iPerkeso account up to today, you still can use iPerkeso.
The sixth question. When is the first submission and payment of EIS to Perkeso?
Now, same as SOCSO. So it's 15th of every month, meaning that EIS start from 1st of January 2018. So the due date for January submission will be 15th of February 2018. So that's why some people will have the confusion. It's different from EPF or KWSP, because when you submit EPF for January, it's actually you need to select 2nd of 2018, 2 of 2018. But for SOCSO, it's not. You submit for January, it's still 1 stroke 2018.
Here is the seventh question for you, Bryan. Is there any contribution schedule under EIS for us to refer?
Yes, there is a contribution table. It's available in EIS portal, it's available in Perkeso portal, or even my Facebook. Okay, so take note of that. It's actually, you need to refer to a table.
Here's the eighth question for you, Bryan. The word Lumpier 1 is very much linked to EIS, and people seem to be very frustrated about this Lumpier 1. So what is this Lumpier 1 is all about? And should we continue with Lumpier 1 as of now? Okay,
now to me, after implementation of EIS, there are 3 stages of chaos. Okay, the first stages is registrations. Okay, where you have all the forms. Then later on, you do not need to register with the forms. Okay, there's the first stage, registrations. The second stage is actually Lampiran 1. Okay, Lampiran 1. Okay, the whole idea of this EIS, supposedly you need to do the contributions, you need to do the payment through Assist Portal. But because of technical problems, okay, you always face Superman. Okay, when you go to Assist Portal, you will see the Superman picture, then you know that Assist Portal is down. So everyone hates Superman now. So that's why there is a backup plan from Perkeso. It's called Lampiran 1. It's a manual way of submissions. Why people are so frustrated about Lampiran 1 is, first thing, Lampiran 1 is a Excel format. Okay, you need to fill up all the information manually. Okay, and to do the submissions of Lampiran 1, basically you need to email to Perkeso, print the email proof, bring your check, and also personally bring your Lampiran 1 to Perkeso office and make the payment. So email manually, go to Perkeso manually, make payment. So it's a hassle. And another thing is, there is 2 versions of Lampiran 1. The first versions, people already have a lot of confusion because they have some feel you do not understand what is the status and things like that. So that's why Perkeso come up with the version 2 of Lampiran 1, where it's simplified, very easy to fill up, but you still need to do the same things. So if you ask me whether do Lampiran 1 still exists, you can still use or not, yes. Okay, why I say this is because actually on 1st of February, there is a new portal called EIS portal, which is supposed to replace Lampiran 1. But the problem is, EIS portal sometimes also have problems because inside this EIS portal, there's no employee information editing, because the information is actually getting from Assist Portal. So Assist Portal got problem, EIS Portal cannot do the submissions. So that's why Lampiran 1 still exists. If you have any problems with all these online things, online contributions, use Lampiran 1. And please never wait for answer. Use Lampiran 1 because it's manual, so manual way confirm can work. Okay, so this is why Lampiran 1 is such a big confusion.
Bryan, we have compiled the top 5 EIS confusions from many feedbacks collected from HR personnel and business owners and addressed them to you for your thoughts. Bryan, this is the first confusion. Many companies have registered their respective EIS accounts at the portal. However, up until now, many have complained that they have not received any response from Perkeso. Is there any reason?
Yes, actually. Now, when you do registration for Assist Portal, you need to fill up what is your email address, because for Assist Portal, you need to log in. Your user ID actually is your email address. So sometimes your email address is a Yahoo Mail or Outlook, Hotmail. This kind of email address, some of the time when Perkeso try to send to you, is actually go to your spam or junk mail. So you thought that you have never received. So this is one of the reasons. The second reason is because of during registrations, when you fill out the form, maybe you fill up it manually. Your handwriting is not that clear. Maybe the officer look at your handwriting, I become a L or S become a whatever. So that's why their information of your email address is wrong, okay, inside their portal or inside their database. So that's why they are not able to send to you. The only way for you to find it out is actually go to Perkeso office personally to clear the doubts. Okay, there's another thing is, now, for every company, you need to have an individual email address for each company. So I have been people asking about this question is, Bryan, I already sent all the Assist Portal registration form. So I only received one email for one company. But how about the rest, the other 4? How? It's because he's using one email address for 5 companies. So this email address is already taken up by the first company. So the other 4, there's no registrations. So please remember one thing, every company is one email address because you cannot select company. The way the Assist portal design is you cannot select the company is by using email address. So if you have this kind of problems, you need to go to Perkeso, okay?
Bryan, this is the second confusion. What is the difference between the Assist portal and the EIS portal?
Now, as I mentioned just now, Assist portal is actually a new portal to replace iPerkeso, okay? But because of technical issue, okay, Assist portal is not complete, okay, in the sense that you cannot do EIS contributions in Assist portal, and you need to do the Lumpier run, and there's so many complaints about Lumpier run, so that's why on 1st of February, the new Perkeso come up with another new portal called EIS portal, okay, which allow you just to do submission of EIS, okay? You cannot pay inside the EIS portal. So, and this EIS portal information is actually get from Assist portal. So again, Assist portal got problem, EIS portal got problems. And EIS only can do contribution, that means submission of your contribution, not payment. And I have even personally have written a full step-by-step guide about how to use this EIS portal. It's very simple.
Here's the third confusion, Bryan. Some say the contributions period is until 57 years old, while some say it's until 60 years old. So which is which?
Okay, now when we study anything, we always refer back to Act, okay? Inside the Act say EIS is cover any Malaysian's employee, okay, that is age 18 to 60. So meaning that if you are a 22, so and you are normal employees worker in Malaysia, then you need to contribute EIS. The confusion is at 57, okay, because there is a exceptional phrase saying that if you are at 57 and have never contributed before, okay, so you do not need to contribute EIS. But how these things, because EIS only implemented this year, so of course you will never able to contribute before, right? So that's why very easy, use my theory. Check your employee's birth date, okay, compare with 1st of January 2018. Let's say he already achieved 57 on 1st of January 2018, no need to contribute, okay, because he is not covered. Secondly, if he is 56 and 10 months, okay, still have not reached 57 on 1st of January 2018, then he need to contribute until 60. So anyone that is above more than 60 years old do not need to contribute. Straightforward. And then must remember one thing is it's only applied to Malaysian. So you have foreign workers, expatriate, no need to contribute for EIS.
Bryan, what about the business owners themselves? Do they need to contribute to EIS?
Okay, a good question. Now, you must understand that for Sendirian Berhad, so-called business owner is the director of the company. It's a separate entity. So for owner or bosses for Sendirian Berhad, you need to contribute to EIS. Same goes to your Sokso and others. But for sole proprietor, the entity is the same entity. The owner itself is actually the company. So that's why inside the Act saying that for business owner and the spouse do not require to contribute EIS. So straightforward. First thing, determine whether you are a Sendirian Berhad or a sole prop or partnership. Then only we look at, are you the business owner? So remember, business owner only apply to sole prop and partnership.
Now we come to the fourth confusion. Can I pay EIS via online method or at the Perkeso counter?
For EIS contributions, print out or do submissions from EIS portal, print out the ECR, bring it to Perkeso counter and pay by check. Whereas for Sokso, you still can use your iPerkeso or even the new Assist portal to make the contribution and do the payment. And if you ask me, Bryan, if you want to pay Sokso, iPerkeso or Assist better? to me is iPergeso because it's been used for quite some time. It is more stable. Okay, personally, my company pay through iPergeso.
And the fifth confusion, can I pay both EIS and SOCSO in one check in a combined amount?
Okay, well, how much is the check cost? So first thing, EIS and SOCSO is two separate things. So you should not pay them in one whole amount. And it's very difficult for you to do accounting part also. So that's why it's separate. Okay, remember, separate your payment of check for EIS and SOCSO, two things. And some people ask me, can I combine few company in one check? Okay, I do not recommend that because it's very confusing. Okay, first thing is, secondly is, how are you going to keep back in your accounting? So it's three different company, a few different company payment voucher. So don't do that, separate everything.
Bryan, here's the bonus question for you. Will my overtime, other allowances, and bonus be subjected to EIS?
Okay, a frequent asked question by my fans. First thing is, inside the Act say only allowance, a traveling allowance, okay, is not subject to EIS. So meaning that OT, your meal allowance, or your others, okay, will subject to EIS. But bonus is not subject to EIS. So understand now? Bonus, traveling allowance is not subject to EIS. Other things, yes.
Bryan, you are one of the key speakers in this upcoming post-seminar on EIS Act 2017, Budget 2018, EPF and SOCSO on HR and Salary Administration on 15 and 16 March 2018 at Sri Petaling Hotel, KL. Can you share with us what the participants can expect from this seminar?
Now, first of all, I would like to thank you, MyFreelys Academy, to invite me to become one of the key speakers inside this event. What do you can expect? I would say that it's a post-EIS submissions event already, meaning that, of course, I will share all the practical part of registrations, all the contribution and things like that. Now, only by that time, we should look into how to claim EIS or what can be claimed. Not now. Why? Because now you should focus on registrations, submissions, and payment. But after 2 months of submissions, I think you are more professional than anyone else. So then you should know extra. That means you are level 2 already for EIS. Now you are only level 1. Okay? Then we talk about all this part. And as same as GST. When we talk about GST, we talk about accounting system. Why? Because the complexity of a GST, you need an accounting system to handle. So for payroll-wise, are you still using Excel, okay, to do all the deductions, calculation, and so on? Okay, how about your Borang E and other things? So because of EIS, okay, imagine your payroll, you need to calculate your EPF, your SOCSO, your PCB, now even EIS, Borang E, EA form. So that will be the practical part of payroll operations. During the events, I will share with you how to manage all these things inside a payroll software, which I use is SQL payroll software. So not only you understand about EIS part, of course, I'll share with you some of my experience in EPF and all this stuff inside a payroll system. With a few clicks of button, you handle everything already. Okay?
Bryan, would there be any goodies for your participants who registers for this seminar?
Okay, of course. Thank you to the organizer. There will be 2 free books for all the participants. The first one will be my SQL GST guide. It's a SQL user manual actually published by me and written by me. And the other one will be the Simplifying the Employment Act 1955 by Dr. Lam. So participate in this event, you get these 2 books. And from my understanding, Serene, okay, the other key speaker, will be sharing a lot of her experience on the payroll and HR topic. It will be a 2 days event, which will be very exciting, okay, and you will learn a lot of HR payroll informations during this 2 days event? Well, anything that you want to ask during this event, if not related to EIS, or anything that I can help or Serene can help, come to this event, meet me in person, ask me. So my hobbies is answering questions, okay? I do not know how to do other things. So that's why people will seeing me posting Facebook posts on 2 a.m. So again, I'm not a Picasso officer, okay? But I do like to answer questions. So you try not to call my office because that is my personal hobbies. So I do not want to disturb my staff operations. Ask me in my Facebook, like me, follow me. Okay, there is another platform that you should follow is Malaysia Labor Law, okay? Inside this platform, I'm one of the panelists that try to help people and answering questions. And also there are other panelists that also helping people who try to solve your employment issue, try to solve your EIS, HR or payroll issue. We have already achieved 500 participants, and we do hope that we can achieve more than 1,000 before the events. Okay, so thank you today for inviting me for this interview, and I hope this video will help you. Do share it with your friends and colleagues or whoever. Once again, I'm Bryan from Syntax Technologies.